Hi, my name's Jennifer. This is a review on Puppies Galore in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Um, so there's one in Jacksonville, Florida. This is not the one that's of. I don't know if they're connected. I hope not, because that means they're expanding, and now you can tell it's going to be a terrible review. I bought a Japanese chin from them about 2 years ago, and he's perfectly healthy. He's beautiful. He's like the breed should be, and I love him in every single way. He's never ever had a health issue. He sheds a whole bunch, and that's about it. That's the only thing I can complain about him. Otherwise, I've completely fallen in love with the breed, Japanese chins, and they're not that common. So whenever Puppies Galore in Georgia had them, I was like, oh my god, I have to go get one. So they had a little girl. I named her Bubbles. She's a little lemon Japanese chin. I completely loved her. I could have loved her more if she wasn't sleeping all the time and sick. But otherwise, she was very beautiful. She was a beautiful puppy, so cute and tiny. First day, whenever I visited her, see how she reacted to being played with. She wasn't the dog that wanted to play with you. All she wanted to do was sleep. So I just thought maybe she was being a sleepy puppy. So I bought her for half price. They lowered the price down for half for me, which they didn't even have that deal on the puppies that were older. So I take her home, and I assume they feed her. So the next day is when I feed her. She doesn't eat. She doesn't even want to sniff the food. This is the food that they've been feeding her. Okay, so she's used to this food. She doesn't eat later that day. I start to get worried. So I get a can of Blue Buffalo puppy food, thinking it'd be really good, like she would really want it. Nothing. Formula, puppy formula, didn't want it. This went on for about 4 days, and I know that after 3 days or so, you should not keep a puppy from eating that long. I even syringe feed her some to make her eat. That's when, she vomited. She was always throwing up. And then later she had blood in her stool. And this was after I took her to the vet. I mean, of course, I took her to the vet. I wasn't going to have a sick puppy and not be responsible. I had to wait till I got paid, though, which was like 3 days, 4 days later. The vet said it's probably a bacterial infection. We did x-rays, we did all that. So that's what we thought it was, until she had blood in her poop. And that's when I'm like, oh my god, this is parvo. That was just, it killed me. It killed me inside knowing that this puppy that I'm feeding amoxicillin to, it's not doing a damn thing to help her. I could not afford to take care of a puppy with parvo. It's just too expensive. But I didn't want her to die because she had already lasted this whole week with parvo, so she's gonna make it through it, I'm sure. So I give her to a Japanese chin rescue, and I keep in contact with them because if she makes it better, I'm gonna reimburse the rescue. And I told, because they said, you're a good dog owner, we can see that. I love dogs, and I was like, I'll pay the adoption fee, I'll pay whatever it took for you guys to get her better. I'll make a donation. I just don't have the money right now. It was in between paydays, and I had already spent like $1,000 on it. So, she ended up dying 2 days later, which I cried myself to sleep. It's very emotional. My sister was having a baby. I was not at home. This puppy that I've been taking care of, syringe feeding, just died. It's a very emotional time in my life. And I did contact Darlene at Puppies Galore and told her that the puppy was sick and I wanted vet bills paid by them because they sold me a sick puppy, which she refused. So, that was all emotional, that there was just nowhere to go for this nightmare. And I had no support in it. She came with shots. This is the shot list. Alright, let's see if I can find it here. are right here. Hi, Parvo. Parvo shot. Yay! That means that she can't get Parvo, or if she does, she'll survive it. Oh, and then it also says right here, I bought her Christmas time. The date that she was born. 9/1/2013. So that makes her 12 weeks. Bullshit. She was 8 weeks. I was told that she was 8 weeks. The vet told me she was 8 weeks. Alright? Looked at this dog. I went to 2 different vets. If you want to count the one at the rescue, that's 3 different vets. And they all said she was 8 to 9 weeks. Just in that time period of having her. There's no way that she was 4 months old. There's no way that she was born on that day. Which means about half of these shots are fucking bogus. She didn't get those shots. If she did, there was no use to do it. Because it wouldn't even take effect. I called the number up here. There's a number to the place. Think it'd be a professional establishment. It's not. It was somebody's personal voicemail. Their personal phone. I leave a voicemail. And I tell them, you know, I just need to check on some shots and stuff on a puppy I bought, see if they're legit. They never called me back. I left 3 voicemails. They never, ever called me back. This puppy was not AKC registered, which Darlene said she was, but she wasn't. Her pedigree was through somebody else, which means that probably puppy mill because AKC is going to be more careful about all that. So, this puppy was from a puppy mill. There's no question about it. I don't have to walk into the puppy mill that they buy from. They don't have to tell me. I know. Alright? And that's just fucking disgusting. It is just terrible what they're doing to people. There's many reviews, Google reviews. Alright? I have this out on Puppies Galore about sick puppies with bloody stools that die. Sounds like exactly what I went through. Or false paperwork for vet bills or vet reference. Alright? All of it. It's all fake. This place is a puppy mill with a pretty exterior and charging $2,000 fucking dollars for a fucking dog. You know, it's just, I'm sorry, I'm incredibly disgusted with this. And what makes me even more disgusted is tomorrow, I live in North Carolina. Tomorrow, I gotta drive to Georgia. Alright? Because she's taking me to court. I'm going to court. She's taking me to put me and my boyfriend in prison for blackmailing her, saying, because I called her and told her she was going to pay the vet bill or I'd sue her. So now she's taking me to court. Oh my God, what a good place to buy from, right? She can't just say, hey, no, we're not giving you the money and then hang up and leave me alone. No, right after my freaking niece, my first niece of my family, after my puppy dies and my niece is born, and I'm like an emotional roller coaster, I get a paper in the mail saying that we need to go to Georgia to go to court because we're being sued. Can't just hire a lawyer, which I did because we're doing a counterclaim. I can't just do that, which is $1,000. I have to be there. That's fucking ridiculous. I bought a sick puppy that died, and I'm being brought to court. Do not buy from this place. This place is disgusting, and you just walk in there, the door is always propped open. When you go up to it, you'll see the door is propped open because it fucking stinks in there. It's not just puppies smell, it's like fucking dead puppies smell. It is a disgusting smell in there, and I can't believe I ever bought from this place. Puppies will make you do crazy things. Don't buy from this place. Just don't. I will do everything in my power to figure out how to shut this place down. But I strongly suggest if you bought a sick puppy from her and you have the right documentation on it, take her to court. Take this stupid bitch to court because she needs to have that place shut down, and these puppies need to be taken by the Humane Society. I'm never, ever, ever going to buy a puppy again. This place is, don't buy from there. Just don't.